We're going to take you now to Chicago, where this past weekend at least 52 people were shot, 8 of them killed, in a wave of violence across the city. What is going on there?
5 shot, including a 1-year-old girl. It didn't even make the front pages.
And we're losing children every single day.
I mean, this is crazy. I mean, they didn't have to kill my son.
I think people have just grown up thinking that, you know, if I'm mad at you, I'm going to grab my gun and shoot you.
So 52 shot, 8 dead in only 3 days, and the city seems all but numb to an epidemic of violence.
There was this motel across the street from our church that was full of all kind of illegal activity. And so I went to talk to the owner about buying it, and I never will forget what he said to me. There's a church over there, there's a church over here. And he said, what makes you any different that you're going to be able to do something about what's going on? I took that personal. I ended up eventually going on top of the roof of that motel and staying there for 94 days, refusing to come down.
After the recent shooting of a teenage boy, the pastor decided to take a stand.
You know, to see a young 16-year-old boy with his mouth open, his eyes still open, and his body in a white bag zipped up to his neck.
We were able to purchase it and tear it down, and instantly prostitution went down, drug dealing went down, murders went down.
It's time to celebrate phase 1, but after this weekend, Monday, we get back on the grind and we start all over again, starting phase 2 to build the most magnificent building you've ever seen on the south side of Chicago.
And for a very long time, you've been trying to get a community center.
Yes.
Talk about that.
So we've been trying to get this community center up ever since I went on the roof of the motel and bought it and purchased it and tore it down. We've been working really, really hard. But, you know, it's hard to raise money. It's tough to, especially for a community center in a place that's needed. So it's been a trying situation.
One of the main reasons why it's taken so long is because Pastor Brooks has this vision to build the community center debt-free.
How much money do you have?
We have about $7 million allocated already between pledges and commitments. So we still have a long way to go.
Another way that kind of makes it a little difficult as well is people they want to see a finished product before they sow into it. Ever since this hotel has been knocked down 10 years ago, Project Hood has been grinding and has been putting in the work. We've had construction classes, we've had entrepreneurial classes. You don't have to wait for the building to be built in order for the work to begin. The work has already been done. The building, the center, is going to help us scale the work that we're doing.
America has really lost its focus. I mean, we're always talking about racial issues and racial divides, and we got these ideologies that are constantly dividing us and splitting us apart, where in reality, we are serving and we are here being American citizens. And that's what America is really all about. American citizens coming together from all walks of life to see the issues that are going on and coming up with positive solutions to solve every problem that we face.
What are you going to do about that?
So I'm going back on the roof. I mean, if it worked the first time, let's try it again. So I'm going back on the roof, but this time I'm going to go for 100 days. And this time I'm not going to go by myself. I'm going to get some guests every day. Some corporate figures, some CEOs and presidents of companies. The CEO Challenge, where we are challenging CEOs from various companies to come and spend the night with us. Join us in our efforts to build this community center.
Ken Grau is here, the CEO of Uptake, data analytics company. You're doing one night?
I'm doing one night, actually tomorrow night to kick it off.
Oh, so you're one of the first
the guinea pigs.
I was at the Project Hood golf outing up north of Chicago, and unfortunately the day got rained out, but the pastor was gracious enough to stop by everybody's table and introduce himself and explain Project Hood in greater detail, the idea behind the community center. And I was so intrigued and so inspired by what he was trying to do and what he was trying to accomplish. And so for the last 3 weeks, I've been trying to recruit local CEOs to come out here and join me in camping out with the pastor on top of the roof here behind me.
Who else is going to be up there?
So we got Kurt and Don Bernanke. Kurt is the CEO of Related Management, and Don Bernanke is the president. Andy, who is the president and CEO of Sterling Bay.
I believe that our knowledge is limited, and sometimes we live in bubbles, and the bubbles can be in various different neighborhoods. And so that gap for me is truly unidentified, and that is a real reason why I wanted to come here, is to close that gap of knowledge.
Absolutely. These kids did not choose their mother. They did not choose their father. They were born in this area without a choice. Some of these people that are living out here have never even left the confines of this street. And so what Project Hood wants to do is to fill the void that they're missing. We're talking about kids that's never seen a swimming pool. We're talking about young men and young women who want to work. There's so much violence that goes on, and people don't know how to process the deaths that are happening in their families through gun violence. We want to have counseling and trauma centers and all this stuff that is housed right here. We cannot put destiny in their hands, but this center will definitely put it in their reach.
You know, even as I get ready to go up on the roof, I gotta admit my own insecurities. Fear of failure, fear of not raising enough money. But the way I'm gonna overcome that is with a lot of faith and a lot of encouragement from people all across America who believe in what we're trying to do, bringing self-responsibility and accountability to individuals, helping people to be accountable for their own lives. There are people who really believe in what we're doing. And it's because of that, it's gonna give me the strength and the motivation, even in the face of wanting to quit and give up and throw in the towel, to keep on going, to persevere, stay committed, be courageous. That's what it's really all about.